Whether you're 25 or 50, this video is for you because it will help you tweak your life in very small ways to build your financial literacy. Most people think becoming financially literate takes years, as if you need to read dozens of books, study investing on Wall Street, understand taxes and accounting, or maybe even get a finance degree. But the truth is, most financially smart people didn't start that way at all. Instead, they built tiny habits that slowly rewired how they think about money through time. Habits that take 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, but over time, they completely change how you make financial decisions. Most people who struggle with money don't actually have a money problem. They have a habit problem. Because once you understand your money, where it's going, what it's doing, and how it's growing, financial decisions stop feeling confusing. You start feeling in control. So in this video, we're going to go through 8 tiny money habits that can make you financially literate in 2026. Most of them take less than 10 minutes, but stacked together, they can completely change how you think about money. And by the end, you'll probably realize that financial literacy isn't nearly as complicated as people make it sound. Before we jump into the habits, let's clear up one big misconception. Financial literacy is not about memorizing complicated financial terms. It's not about knowing how to read stock earnings reports. And it's definitely not about becoming a Wall Street expert. Real financial literacy is actually really simple. It just means you understand your money well enough to make confident decisions. That's it. You know what's coming in, you know what's going out, and you know whether your money is working for you or against you. And these habits are exactly what gets you there. So let's jump right into the habits to help you become financially literate. The first habit takes 5 minutes per week, and that's the 5-minute Monday money check in. In other words, every Monday morning, open your banking app and quickly look at your accounts. That's it. Check your checking account, savings account, and credit card balance. You don't need to be analyzing anything. You're just looking. This habit alone separates financially aware people from financially anxious ones. Because most financial stress doesn't come from money problems. It comes from simply not knowing what's going on. When you regularly look at your numbers, something interesting happens. The anxiety disappears. You stop avoiding your bank balance, and your brain starts making calmer and smarter decisions. Think of it like stepping on a scale. The goal isn't to panic about the number. The goal is simply to stay aware so nothing sneaks up on you. Easy enough? Let's get on to the next habit. Habit number 2 is a powerful habit that takes about 10 minutes a week, and that's to learn one financial term each week. Just one. Here are some suggestions that are highly useful towards building your rich life: compound interest, net worth, index funds, liabilities, and asset allocation. There are 52 weeks in a year. That means by the end of 2026, you'll understand 52 financial concepts. This is highly powerful because many people avoid investing because the terminology sounds intimidating. But once you understand the language, the concepts actually become simple. For example, compound interest isn't just a definition, it's the reason money can grow exponentially over time. And once that clicks in your head, you'll never look at saving money the same way again. Habit number 3 is to track how much money you save. Most people track how much money they made. But the financially literate track something different: their savings rate. Your savings rate is simply how much you save divided by your income. For example, if you save $500 from a $4,000 income, your savings rate is about 12.5%, which is calculated by dividing $4,000 by $500. This number matters because it predicts your long-term financial trajectory. Someone making $4,000 a month and saving 20% is building more momentum than someone earning $10,000 but saving 5%. Your savings rate tells you how efficiently you're building wealth, even if your number is small right now. That's okay, just knowing it will start changing how you think about spending. And if you need help with this, go to my website in the description below, because I created a custom personal finance tracker and provided it for free to my viewers. So check it out below. Habit number 4 is extremely simple, which is to read one finance article before scrolling your social media. This one is a simple brain hack. Before you open social media in the morning, read one short personal finance article. It takes about 5 minutes, but it changes something important: your mental input. Most people start their day consuming random content, scrolling, comparing, reacting. But if the first thing your brain sees is financial information, you start thinking about money differently. You begin noticing spending patterns, opportunities, ideas, and slowly your financial intuition starts getting sharper. If you subscribe to my newsletter on my webpage at www.stickmenmoney.com, I send articles that I personally write directly to your inbox. I put the link down in the description below. If you appreciate the free personal finance tracker or the articles that I provide to my viewers, please help my channel out by gently tapping the like and subscribe button. Habit number 5 is to calculate your net worth on a monthly basis. This is because your net worth is actually the scoreboard of your financial life. And yet most people have no idea what net worth actually is. Net worth is simple. It is assets, everything you own, minus liabilities, everything you owe. Assets might include savings, investments, retirement accounts, and home equity. Liabilities include credit cards, student loans, car loans, and mortgages. You don't need any fancy apps to calculate this. A piece of paper or a basic spreadsheet works perfectly fine. You don't need to be perfectly accurate because the exact dollar and cents does not matter. What matters is actually the trend. If your net worth is slowly going up each month, you're winning, even if it's only by a few $100s. Habit number 6 is what we call the 24-hour spending rule, which basically helps you be more intentional about your purchases and to avoid costly mistakes. This one habit alone can save you thousands of dollars. If a purchase over $50 isn't essential, wait 24 hours before buying it. That pause does something powerful. It shuts down impulse spending because the purchases feel urgent when you're in the moment. But after a day, many of these potential purchases suddenly feel unnecessary. And this is confirmed by academic studies. And over time, this habit trains you to distinguish between a temporary desire and something that actually adds value to your life. Habit number 7 is actually the easiest habit of the list, and that is to listen to one finance podcast per week. This can happen during your morning commute to school or work, during a workout, or even while you're running an errand. You're not adding extra time to your day. You're just changing what goes into your ears while going about your regular day. Podcasts can make complex ideas feel conversational and even entertaining. You hear real stories, real financial decisions, real mistakes, and together, these can make the lessons stick much better than textbooks. Lastly, we have habit number 8, which is to have a monthly money date. Once a month, set aside about 30 minutes to review your finances. Get rid of all distractions. No TV, no Netflix, no social media, just you and your numbers. Review your accounts, your savings rate, your net worth, and your recent spendings. And then ask yourself one simple question. Did my money support the life I actually want? This habit turns financial anxiety into financial awareness. Instead of hoping things work out, you start actively controlling your finances. And if you have a partner, this habit becomes even more powerful when you review things together, because many financial arguments happen simply because couples never talk about money clearly. Now, here's the secret behind all 8 of these habits. None of these habits require you to become a financial expert. None of them take hours. The big realization is that none of them rely on some insane amount of motivation. They rely on consistency. Financial literacy isn't built in a weekend. It's built slowly through repeated exposure to your finances. Just like compound interest grows money through time, these habits compound your financial awareness. 6 months from now, you'll understand your finances better than most people. Then 1 or 2 years from now, money decisions that once felt confusing will start feeling obvious and insanely simple. You stop feeling like someone who struggles with money and start feeling like someone who knows exactly what their money is doing. Most people will hear these habits and do nothing. Some people will try one for a week, but a small group will actually stick with them. And by the end of 2026, they'll realize something surprising. Financial literacy didn't come from a course or a book or some secret investment strategy. It came from tiny habits done consistently. So here's a question for you. Which of these habits are you starting this week? Let me know in the comments, or even any tiny habits that you use that I did not cover in this video. And if you want to keep improving your financial knowledge, check out these next 2 videos to help you build your rich life. Because sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest financial results.